So, the theme of our Japa talk today is Who Will Go to Hell? The theme is based on a shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 3, text number 29. So, when the Yamdutas had gone and informed Yamraj that we had gone to capture Ajamil, and somehow simply by chanting Narayan, he was delivered by four people who came who were very beautiful like that. So then Srila Yamraji explains to them about the glories of the holy name. And he said, any person who's chanting Hare Krishna mantra cannot bring. So now, in this shloka, the Yamdutas might object. So, is there any candidate for hell or not? You please tell clearly whom to bring and not to bring, because the mistake which we did should not be repeated by us again. So, otherwise, we might get killed by these people who might again come and actually kill us. So this is a beautiful shloka given by Yamraji, and he explains which are the people who are qualified candidates for hell, who will go to hell, Naraka. And don't think hell does not exist and hell only is a matter of believing or not believing, and especially Yamraji is Dharma Nirpeksh. He does not see what religion you believe in. There are standard codes of conduct as per dharma or religion, which is applicable for all human beings. And if a person disrespects that, then he will be taken to hell. So, who are the people? So, he sings like this. Actually, he tells the law, but in a singing mode. Jivva na vakti bhagavad gunanamadheyam chetascha nasmarati tacharnar vindam krishnaya no namati yachira ekadapi tanan yadvamasato krita vishnu krityan. So the first line says, Jivha navakti bhagavad gunanamadheyam. Jiva means tongue. Navakti, never speaks. Vakti means speaks. It never speaks. What it does not speak, it says Bhagavad gunanamadheyam. Bhagavad means the Supreme Lord. So, and guna means qualities and nam means the names. So a person whose tongue never speaks about the qualities and the name of the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna Vishnu. Is it clear? First line. So then the Yamadutas might object, Sarkar, oh my lord, there are some people who just can't speak. Then definitely they will have to come to hell. Then he says, no, no. Chetas chana smarati tat charanarvindam. Chetas mean by mind. Okay, they may not be able to speak, but if even if they can remember. Smarati means remember. If they can remember by their chetas, by their mind, what? Tat charanar vindam. Tat means that or his. His charanar vindam, his lotus feet, which means the form of the Lord, somehow or other is brought in the mind of that person, even if he cannot speak. So if that means a person who has not even remembered Krishna once also, that should be brought. But then, sir, there are some people who are actually mad, so they can't even remember. They may be mad, they may be also not able to speak. So then they should be also brought. So no, no, Krishnaya no namati yachira ekadapi. Ekadapi means only once. And Krishna means Krishna, unto Krishna. So they have not even paid obeisances to Krishna even once. But what does once means? Krishnaya no namati, you understand? Krishnaya no namati yach. Yach means those who have never paid even once their obeisances to Lord Sri Krishna. Ekada api means only once. Now, only once can mean once a day, once a month, or once a year, or once in a lifetime. But Acharyas have explained it means once in a lifetime. This is inconceivable. Once, if somebody has chanted Krishna, or once he has remembered Krishna, or once he has paid obeisances to Krishna, or done all three of them, or two of them, or one of them, even once in his life, he cannot be taken to hell. Whatever punishment has to be given by the Supreme Lord. Yamaraj himself is saying, I don't have jurisdiction over such a person. Now, why I'm saying this? We are discussing in Japa talk. Can you understand or estimate or try to estimate the potency of connecting any of our senses in Krishna's service? See how powerful it is. See how powerful the whole process of bhakti is. Now he says, Tan Anedhvam. You bring those people who did not even care to look at Krishna even once, or even chant Krishna's name even once, or even pay obeisances to Krishna even once. Tan Aned. You bring that kind of person. Why? Why should you bring? Because they are asat. Because asat means they are non-devotee. Why they are asat? Akrit Vishnu Kritya. Because they have not done. Akrit means not done. Vishnu Kritya means acts for Lord Vishnu. Because they have not done any acts for Lord Vishnu. How do you know they have not done? Are bhai, when they cannot even speak the name of Krishna, when they can't even remember Krishna, or even if they cannot do anything, can't even pay obeisances to Krishna, that means they absolutely don't like Krishna. That's why they don't even want to do these things for Krishna. Are you able to understand why they're asat? They are asat because they are absolutely not interested to any Vishnu Kritya, knowingly, unknowingly, nothing. Now, Srila Jiva Goswami gives a very beautiful commentary. He says, why is the shloka says, the Yamaraj says, Jivana Bhakti, as if the tongue is speaking independently? So he says, it means that tongue may be chanting, but mind may be somewhere else. Tongue is chanting, but mind is somewhere else. Still, he cannot be taken to hell. So you see what a powerful process of chanting Hare Krishna mantra. And others, you can understand that if even these are not there, how can any other Vishnu Kritya will be there? Make sense to you? So this is, we should understand that when we are chanting Hare Krishna, how much potency is there in that process. You can understand from in a negative way that a person who does not chant even once only should be brought to hell. Now, obviously, in India, people will object. Many people are chanting Krishna. Will they not go to hell? If you doubt, you will be punished. Yamraj himself is saying, he is a Mahabhagvat, he is a Mahajan, he knows the glories of the holy name of Krishna, he knows the process of Bhagavad Dharma or Vishnu Krityan, or every action which is offered to Vishnu is unlimitedly beneficial. Make sense to you? It's a very beautiful shloka and you should try to remember it also and remember the meaning. Okay? Hare Krishna.